Shalom, unicorns. It's Ellie here. To be very honest, it's been very difficult to do a lot of things recently. What's understood is that we're, upgrading, experiencing attacks, going through different shifts and changes and transitions. That's all great. At the same time, you always have to do what's best for self first. And so if you find yourself in a place where you're not operating in the way that you need to operate, you have to ask yourself questions like, why did this happen? Why did I react that way? Why this? Why that? And we're also in a period where you have to pay very, very close attention to the synchronicities while all these things are happening. I don't know if it was just me or... But I want to do more videos. I want to post pictures. I want to share the joy of my life. The moments that I do choose to share, I would like to be able to share those without it having so many ripple effects. My throat chakra's been closed. And I don't like that. I am very much a speak my mind type of person. Even to the point where I hurt people's feelings sometimes. And so, recently, there's been a lot of situations where I'll either hurt people's feelings or I'll just, I guess, say too much. So I decided to just not say anything at all in a lot of situations. And so, I don't know. The first is too much. Now, I'm not saying enough, and I don't know what to say. It's simply, a lot of things are concrete. I can say, I went to the gas station today. That's a thing that happened. And it's very concrete, very third dimensional, very easy to communicate to an individual. As far as sharing a synchronicity and the meaning behind it, that's not concrete. It's not third dimensional. So, when I was in a space of verbalizing a lot of synchronicities, The energy, space, and environment just wasn't right to receive them. And so now there's almost a yearning for that. At the same time, the third dimension has caught up with the esoteric realms. So there's a lot that I actually cannot say that is not concrete. And even if I was to say it, who's going to believe it? At this particular period? And it's like, oh, well, how can you say that? This happened and this happened and this happened. It doesn't make sense for that. Well, here I am. A lot of this shit don't make sense. And even me speaking right now, only a certain percentage of individuals will be able to even, like, it hasn't even been that long, maybe a few minutes. Yeah, about 6 minutes. A lot of people couldn't sit through 6 minutes of me speaking in such a vibration of not saying shit that they heard the words I said and that sounds like nothing to them. I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. At the same time, it's like, okay, we're in a space and period where English just ain't gonna do what it used to do. It's just not. I speak so precisely my thoughts. And when my communication isn't received how I'm sending it, I'm like, okay, how can I do better next time? That's literally just how I am as an individual. When you add in all this extra spiritual stuff, it's a whole everything else, man. Like, I don't like this. I don't like feeling this way. Really, all I'm doing is chilling, living my life, enjoying myself, and dealing with certain things just don't make sense to me anymore. You know, I distance myself from people. I start harassing people around me. I take care of something. Turns out I didn't do it right. I do my best on something. Oh, it was overwhelming. I'm a double checker. Oh, you're doing too much. You're trying to force. And like, it's like, oh, okay, I gotta do shadow work. I'm very well aware that I gotta do shadow work on a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure the situation I'm in right now is definitely shadow work. At the same time, the other stuff that be going on, it's like, okay, I know I already gotta do this shadow work, but damn, like, I'm being met with this situation at the same time, though. I already acknowledged it. I already put my mind to it. already am in motion. I'm already doing what I need to do day by day to do that shadow work. Yeah, and it's still situations and circumstances that just, nobody's perfect, and I'm not trying to be a perfect person, which is why I am the way I am. Y'all see me when I get on camera. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care. Like, my hair looks like this. I don't look all of the way super cute right now. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna perform on the internet for people. What I do on the internet is what I want to do, is what I do in my everyday life. Sometimes I share it on the internet. And now it's not even a space where I can do that, and it's fucked me up. It's really fucked me up. I don't involve myself in certain types of situations and circumstances, and all of a sudden cloud, all of a sudden knowing certain people, all of a sudden being around different energies has created a space where it's just not the best decision for me to say anything. I really sit back and watch a lot of stuff happen. I dock like a lot of different energies, and then when stuff plays out, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll be like, yep. Mm-hmm. Did I say anything? No. A lot of stuff. And actually, in the beginning, I used to say a lot. I actually used to. Now that I think about it, that's where I'm fucked up, because as shit was happening, I would just, make sure I dock it, make sure I communicate it, make sure I like to handle things as soon as they happen, so there's no spaces anywhere. Once, like, my communication doesn't work for everybody. So if I'm in a space where a situation happens and I can't just automatically say that thing, I mean, all I can do is sit back and watch and be like, man, I have a feeling about this, and I do want to verbalize it. At the same time, I'm thinking about, how this is going to affect the situation and environment. Because even when we get into the magical, spiritual shit, okay, if you're a time traveler, you know that if you mess with another timeline, you're going to fuck some shit up. So me having prophetic gifts, and I know some shit's going to happen in the future, am I supposed to affect it? Like, yes, I'm supposed to give messages to individuals. If there's a specific message for an individual, I'm obligated to share that with them. That's not something that I'm really just supposed to keep to me. If it's directly for somebody else, then yes. Otherwise, if it's something in general, I mean, if I'm not allowed to intervene, why say anything at all? In some situations, sometimes I do talk about it. It's like, I can't do nothing about it, but this is not fit to happen. Then what? That happens. I'm tired of having a feeling about something and not being able to do anything about it because I either don't have enough. Literally, it'd be feeling like Raven Baxter from That's So Raven. That's literally how I'll be feeling. And then my visions almost happen the way that they happen with her too. I'll literally just be sitting in a room. All of a sudden, I get a vision. I come back. I'm like, fuck, this shit's finna happen. That literally be happening to me all the time. And at first it was okay. I don't have an issue with that. Obviously that's my gift. I can see the future. That's cool. That's great. At the same time, when I don't have clarity on shit, it's so that'd be the thing that messes me up. And honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Me and the Orishas low key got beef right now, simply because it's of course I'll be talking to them, and all the other entities that are revealing themselves here, because the Orishas are gonna reveal themselves in a different way than fairies and trolls and gnomes and the stuff we usually see. That's the typical stuff. Those are the smaller entities. As far as not vibration, but as far as seeing with the physical eye, because a lot of these creatures can be seen with the physical eye. So as far as the physical eye goes, we're seeing the ones that are like this size, that size, that size, stuff like that, easy things to see. Even beings as tall as we are. As far as these other entities and stuff like that, they aren't seen with the naked eye. The Orishas, they manifest in the physical through things like statues and nature and even colors, vibrations. Like you can feel a certain Orisha's energy and essence. Like I'm very much in Oshun's energy right now. She has been, like she really is, I'm not talking. Damn. I realize how long I haven't really talked to y'all in a minute. So like a lot of shit that I'm saying is just, if I didn't say it before, it's because I've been learning and growing so much recently. So if it's new, if it sounds wah, then if I lost you, I don't know what to say. I don't know. But I'm not like communicating with her in a way of being like, because I could go to the Orishas at a particular period and vent to them. And that was, a way of me being able to release and I feel better. I'm not in a space of doing that with them right now. Like it's just been too many things. Like they know everything. Each individual Orisha is not omniscient or omnipotent. The essence of Ori, the essence of Orisha is omnipotent though. So if this particular Orisha wasn't in your energy when this happened, they went and told another Orisha, unless they didn't. It's one of them things because they're just like us. They were people in vessels. Now they are spirits and souls. They have a lot of the same traits though. They don't get cuts and burns and like feel pain at the same time. As far as communication goes, sending messages, reading energy, stuff like that, that's what they continue to do the same way we are learning to do, the same way we are doing. And so, Oshun really, she's been with me. I'm not talking to her. I'm not talking to anybody right now. I'm really not, like, that's how deep my shit is. I'm not talking to the Orishas about shit right now. Simply because it's like, okay, what y'all on? And what y'all be on? Because y'all do know these other entities be fucking with us, right? Like sometimes it'd be funny, but some shit don't know. And they don't feel emotions the same way we do either. So you could be in very, very high spirits, right? It could be misinterpreted as negative because of how strong it is. And some entities aren't used to strong energy. So it can be taken as negative when you're just in high, super high spirits. It's just strong and then they can't handle it. It's okay. But it's not okay. Because it's, oh, well, that's a negative vibration. No, it's not negative. It was just different. So, yeah. I pay very close attention. While I may miss certain details, there's certain details I just don't miss, and that goes for every individual. That's not, people on the internet can take it how they want to take it. I'm not speaking to weirdos on the internet. I'm really speaking to the Rainicorns right now. Like, I really need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me. For me personally, it hasn't been a good like relationship with Ori. We can learn all the knowledge and information all that we want to. When you have a conversation with an entity and then that scenario plays out the next day on some weird shit, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to throw hands. Like, what the fuck was that about? They can't lie. So it's not as if they create stuff and spread lies. They gossip a lot. At the same time, when individuals gossip, they don't share the whole complete story in the way that it's supposed to be told. A lot of times it is partial information that shouldn't have been shared in the first place. A lot of times. So, and that's the thing, just like people here. Now, of course, I'm not saying that they be on bullshit all the time, but go back in Shango's story. Read why. No, wait, was it Ogun or Shango? I'm making sure. But just read why Oya was even upset with Shango. Like that one example, that lets me know, like, oh, okay. That was before transcendence, but that's who they were. If I'm not mistaken. No, actually, no, that was that was well after transcendence. Because it was talking about the whole slave trade situation. So just, that, do your own research with that, why Oya was upset with Shango. But that's, I'm pretty sure a lot of these entities are like going through the same thing we're going through right now. We're being hit with the anti-photon energy. We're being hit with all the lower negative frequencies. We're being hit with all of that. We're being surrounded by all that shit. So I can't expect it to be any different for them. So I have to have empathy in that aspect as well. The third dimension really just be kicking our ass for real. So it's hard to have that patience with higher vibrating beings, because it's like, okay, I'm learning from you. You're supposed to be guiding me. I didn't think that I would have to think twice about what you told me. Yet here I am. I got to consult another Orisha simply because you acting the way you acting. Isn't this supposed to be your role? Isn't this supposed to be your forte? Isn't this supposed to be what you do in your essence? Yet here I am asking questions and either not getting answers or just weird stuff happening. And the answers be accurate. Even if I do get answers, it just be like, well, what the fuck then? I don't know. I've been in a place where I haven't been able to take care of myself the way that I usually do. And it's not even like a thing where I'm like tripping out about it as far as, oh, I didn't get to do this. Man. It's shit that actually affects the way I am. Like, okay, so I like coffee, right? I can be a heavy coffee drinker, and before, sometimes I would drink coffee for the energy and stuff. And I've always enjoyed coffee taste. So whether I was drinking it for the taste or the caffeine or whatever, it was just a thing. Some people, you already know how it is. A lot of people can't go without drinking coffee because their whole day's gonna be fucked up if they don't get 1 to 3 cups of coffee that rising. I'm not saying that coffee is my specific thing that's been making me feel the way. It's other things. I was giving that as an example, something that I can relate to, that other people I'm sure can relate to as well. So it's just stuff like that where it seems small. It seems small, but it's fucking not. It's not small at all. If certain things affect your whole, because it's not just how it affects my day and I feel bad if this doesn't happen. No, literally, it's my spiritual growth. Certain things that I do in my natural life are my spirituality. So if I'm not able to do that because of situations and circumstances, it's all right. It's just when things start to be affected because of that, now I gotta draw attention to it and be like, well, damn, okay, can I go this long without making sure I take care of this or making sure I take care of that? Because I don't know, And that's how transitions in life go. You're tested and pushed to the fullest. So it is what it is with that. I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best. And I don't know what else to do without I just don't like being in a situation where I'm being addressed about something and I don't even know what the next step is. Like, imagine taking a test, you fail the test, and you say, hey, can I retake the test? The teacher's like, yep. And they give you the test again, and you're like, wait, you didn't give me the old test. Can I see what I got wrong? Can I see how I can correct? Can I see how I can do better? No, you just gotta take the test again. You don't get to see what was wrong. You don't get to see where you messed up. You just have to take the test again and see if you get everything right again this time. Or you see if you get everything right this time. Bro, I didn't even get a fucking study guide. Like, I barely got one. Like, I got a study guide, but like, goddamn. All this went in there. And even the shit that was in there, ain't nobody say it like this. You didn't say that that was gonna happen. And even if you did, like, bro, you didn't put enough emphasis on it. You put so much emphasis on this over here that wouldn't even have been a second thought of mine when you said it back then. I don't know, bro. We here though. Like, that's the thing. I don't want anyone to get down, including myself. Like, yeah, like I recently, literally today, like I'm having suicidal thoughts and shit. I'm like, yo, I don't want to live anymore. Simply because it's like, I don't want to live here. Like, yo, everything in the house is so much better than here. And I can say that confidently. Like, I don't have a hell state. Like, maybe there is one that exists, you know, within some whatever crossing I need to go on or whatever in order to see that. Otherwise, it's not, no. When I go into my space, it's a happy space for me. Like, it's peaceful. And I just want to enjoy that for the rest. Here, I do have peaceful and joyful moments here. It's just, there's so much disruption, intentional disruption. And of course, the unintentional disruption, but you have the intentional disruption and then you have the fucking matrix. Like, you have this light code lockdown is ass. I don't like it here. And it's not even a thing where it's like, oh, I want to kill myself. I feel so bad for myself. No, nigga. I just feel like it's some shit really want to just like, no, like I need to be on the other side. I just don't think my vessel is like needed for certain shit here anymore. Like, and that's another issue too. Like, I don't feel complete. I don't feel finished. I don't feel accomplished. There's so much shit that just has been, like I said, disrupted. I'm like, some shit's got to be finished and complete to where it can go and go and go and not stop. Not get disrupted and sliced simply because something happened. No, there's got to be some maintenance there. There's got to be backing. There's got to be organization. There's got to be structure so that the shit can keep going.